My name is Amy Rochelle Flores from Northern New Mexico College. Why robotics? As teachers, we all want to make the mathematics we teach more live, more realistic, and more accessible. By making it more live, we want to attract our students to learn mathematics, simply to make it more interesting, even though it is not an easy subject. By making it more realistic, we want to show that we need mathematics in everyday life, although we often do not realize this. By making it more accessible, we want to make mathematical skills available to as many students as possible, although everyone has different potentials and possibilities in this area. To put our principles into practice, we often try to use real-world problems in our teaching. Robotics is a tool to learn the real-world applications of the theory and concepts covered in the class. We are surrounded by gadgets, electronics, and mechanical systems that are so deeply integrated into our lives that we hardly ever notice how important these systems are and how difficult it is to build them. Robotics is not just another building robot. It is a medium to bring together knowledge in different fields to build a system. Robotics is an emerging field with applications in many facets of our lives. It is important for all members of society to have an understanding of the technology that surrounds us. Working with robots enhances creative problem-solving techniques. Based on results seen in Italian high schools, Paolo Fiorini suggests that when robots are used as educational tools, students stop being passive targets of teaching methods and become active learning subjects, showing initiative, independence, and a drastic reduction in their learning time. When robots are used in the classroom, students usually work in small groups of 2 to 4 students per robot. This encourages the development of basic communication and interpersonal skills. The ability to collaborate and convey complex ideas to fellow students or colleagues is an important skill that is seen as essential by modern employers, as well as one of the requirements in becoming mathematically competent. The use of robots in the classroom subconsciously introduces students to possible career paths they may well have never considered. Robotics inspires students to make connections across several disciplines rather than learning topics in isolation, as it becomes mechanical, electronic, electrical, and programming skills. Students are motivated to learn by creating their own robotic devices, while at the same time gain a deeper understanding of interdisciplinary fields of study. It gives a visual grasp of math and science, builds logical thinking, numeracy competence with numbers, and measures, and it teaches through discovery. These aesthetics, which go into the design and creation of robots, allow students to experiment with an artistic side while working through technical principles. It brings out innovation and creativity. In addition, robotics appeals to a broad range of students and allows multiple points of access to science and technology for a variety of learners. I will never forget the genuine smile and the aha moment from Randy's face, who continuously called himself stupid for struggling with the math concepts after being able to figure out the missing piece needed for their group's robot. It brought him the sense of achievement, in addition to the affirmation that he has something to contribute no matter how he labeled himself. Of course, Lucas was another special student who isolated himself during the math sessions, but found his inner strength and led his group during the robotics sessions. It was so moving for me to watch the groups as they interact, discuss, listen to one another, knowing that the members of these groups were diverse. I saw a young group member explain the program to an older group member, as the older group member in return explained the theory based on his experience to the young group member. The last day was unforgettable when students from different institutions worked with their robots to complete a task. The students managed to collaborate with each other regardless of which institution they represented.